This week on the Unamplified Podcast.
Merry Christmas! It's the holiday season. Welcome to another episode of the Unamplified Podcast. I'm Cynthia Mbamalu, your host. And as always, I have amazing co-host here with me.
Merry Christmas, everyone. It's Queen CY here, always with the vibes. And I'm coming with the vibes this Christmas season.
Yes.
Welcome to the Unamplified Podcast.
Woo-hoo.
Merry Christmas. It's Andrea here.
The dramatic
one.
See the
And
way
I'm
she
using
even
my
say the
baby
Merry
voice because it's Christmas. I'm going to see my mommy.
For those of us that don't have baby voice, our voice is always harsh. I don't know how to be copying this kind of your voice, but it's really exciting to be shooting and to have this beautiful episode to discuss the holiday season. And guys, we have an amazing, powerful,
Drum roll.
exceptional yes. So if you from the shades, from the shades, you can see the statement.
Come on.
It's not anybody that can wear this guy. The one and only Miss Adila Omotosho.
Preach.
Yes, so it's good to have you on the show. Adila is an
Thank you so
entrepreneur.
much.
And she's the founder of the ADA Studios. She's a dancer.
right.
If you don't know her, guys, check her out on Instagram. This lady, her dance na fire. Because I was stalking her online. I'm sorry. I hope you allow stalkers, and I saw, I think it's one of your most recent shoots, the Smooth Criminal. I saw Smooth Criminal. I'm thinking, Michael Jackson. I had to go and look. When I saw the video, I say, he fit the name.
That's right there.
He fit the name. Adila, it's good to have you on the show.
Thank you so much. And I'm honored to be here as well. Thank you guys.
Welcome to
Yeah.
Unamplified Podcast.
Yes. And ladies, it's an all-female panel today.
Oh, yes.
Okay. This is how you know that we're bringing the holiday spirit and the fire, Yeah. We always talk about dance, right? The art of expression through dance is part of our culture.
Correct.
As a people, not just as Africans. I know for different race globally, there are different people who have different races that they have their own peculiar kind of dance. If you think about the waltz, the tango, and what have you. But in Africa, we're known for our dance. Like, dance is part of us. That's several ceremonies have their own kind of dance. There is even the dance for funerals when we lose people. There is the one we use for mourning.
Yeah.
There is the dance that is just to celebrate.
Yeah.
We have a new baby, we will dance.
Yes, so
Somebody got admission into university, we will dance. Someone got scholarship or someone's vistas finally.
Everything.
Everything we dance. In our places of worship,
Yes.
we dance, right? So it's almost like dance is part of us, and perhaps that's one of the reasons we're resilient people, because even when we're going through hard times, we forget our troubles through dance. And so we're going to be talking a lot around dancing, dances across the continent, within Nigeria, and also because we have a dancer, we're going to be putting her on the spot, to talk more about this her dance, and maybe she will even teach us some moves. This holiday season, I want to go and be dancing everywhere.
Scatter the
very
floor.
fast. The only type I know is
Yes, and I know she's planning to start the Colo workout.
Yes,
That one, it's like you're dancing. It's like you're having fun, but also keeping fit, and
going crazy.
Lifestyle experience. Yep.
Chasing away all the diseases in the body, because
very fast.
Good dance. Can
Shake it up.
You will shake everything away. You'll be like, I'm okay. Yeah. So we're going to talk a bit about dance, and I'm going to leave it to start with my co-host. What are those dances you've heard of, or you always think about, or that has been with us over a period of time?
Mostly I love this dance for wars. In Nigeria we have this dance. I don't know the name, but it's Nzobu.
Why did
You don't know Quincy, I'm not that.
Was the first thing. So we have the Abaza dance of the Ewe people of Ghana. It's also for war. For war victory. When they win their war, they come and dance. We also, I don't know, I'll be talking about mostly of the war dances. We have the Adumu dance of the of Kenya. That one is where the senior warriors, when they are graduating. Yeah. So that's the dance they dance when the senior warriors are graduating. We have the one war dance again in South Africa? Is that is it in Lamu dance.
Of
the Zulu people.
Of the Zulu people.
Yeah. It's also for war. So I just like the war dance because it'll just be
a lot of action. Because in this life, man, maybe we're not dealing with the kind of wars we had in pre-colonial time or the ancient time, but every day now is a hustle, is a struggle, right? But sometimes you need like that ginger to keep on going.
But
But
it's also very interesting to see that in that war that you're talking about, it has the spirituality, it has the celebration, it also has the love all encompassed in
true.
it. So that's why it's very powerful.
Yes.
It carries so much.
It carries so much. Yeah, because you just brought an interesting angle around the spirituality. You talked about the love also from within. And it's almost like, if you follow a lot of our history, you see for several battles that were held, a lot of them, they were battles based on the beliefs of the people, right? And so it was not just going to war, it was also a spiritual thing. And then when they come out victorious, sometimes they say for those they have lost, to also send forth the spirits of those that they have lost in battle, and then to celebrate the wins from the battle. So when you said the spirituality thing, I also believe that dance also has that aspect of it. Andrea, any dance comes to mind?
Yeah, so for a long time now, a lot of musicians always come out with songs and then they bring dances to it.
Yes.
Like, even till now. So right from time, we have this Azonto.
Yeah,
we have Galala. And they usually come with songs, specific songs. And then we go on to dance with other...
Into the seasons.
Into the seasons and dance. And then... Even Davido recently did his Unavailable and came with a dance routine of his own.
Yes.
And I mentioned Galala already, Azonto, Shoki, Kesh,
Wow,
gatherings that time.
People still dance Shoki.
Of course,
we
do everything.
And now we mix it. Now we mix, Even
Skelewu at one point, there was and Etigi, I tried to learn Etigi, but
dance is highly contemporary, and contemporary can be past, it can be now, it can be future. So we can bring in at any time that we want, whatever we want to do, however we feel like.
Actually, I think that's what makes it dynamic and ageless. Like you can even pick the steps from different tribes, different cultures within the continent. Sometimes you see our dances is like a fusion of the past, the present, and most times you see it cuts across ethnic lines these days. It cuts across different, you can't say, this is just South African dance or Tanzanian or this. Sometimes you pick different steps. When I watch a lot of dancers, like, let me farm small. My friend like Adila.
That's me.
You can see like there are mixtures of things, and that's what makes dance beautiful. And I think I'll come straight to you, Adila. So
yes, please.
Why dance? Because I know you're a professional dancer, and I know you dance within Nigeria and even beyond. So why is dance important to you?
Well, I would say dance chose some people, just like our callings. Like we all have our callings in life. So I would say that dance chose me, and I chose dance as well.
Like that.
Perfecto.
Together forever.
Yeah, and I love to also see. It's beautiful to see when people talk about dance. People who aren't dancers, because dancing in itself is in everybody. Dance is a myth that nobody can break. Dance is a myth that has been from the onset. And if you read the Bible very well, you hear when it said when God created the world, the first thing that happened was movement. And what is dance? Dance is movement, right? So with the movement,
see, I see the way I just arranged it. I need to hear this.
Yes.
So with that being said, everything around us is movement. And how is dance being done, and how is it being created? Dance is part of us, right? But then it can only be developed. It can't be created. So when people say, let's first of all correct the notion of I created this dance. You never create anything. God created all the dances you see right now. That we're, even this new one we're experiencing as well. But it can be developed in the sense that I can bring rice and beans to form rice beans. Or yam and stew. You get what I mean?
Yam and stew.
Exactly. So back to your question of why dance. I would not say I have a specific reason, but I feel like I'm a vessel of it. So I feel like I'm a carrier of it, and there is a purpose to why I'm dancing. Sometimes it's a continuous finding, it's a continuous seeking. And so far the journey has been amazing, and I'm happy that I'm doing this because it's taking me all around the world. And it's also giving me a sense of belonging, a sense of hope, and also to share and also to bless and to receive at the same time. So I would say dance is really something powerful, and I'm glad that I'm a vessel of it.
Oh, wow,
Okay.
wow.
So when did you find out that this is what you should do as a profession, like dance? When did you come to realize that that's what you should do?
This realization is not a now stuff. I feel like from the jump, I just knew this is what I want to do with my life.
Wow.
And it's amazing to also see how some of our parents, not all, and when I mean some of our parents, my mother, may God rest her soul. So she was the one who really encouraged this and also pushed at every point she could. My dad was a very spiritual, religious man, so he never believed in dance or anything. As a matter of fact, he wanted me to study to become a doctor. So that's why I also made sure that I infused fitness into the dance. So either ways is not lost. We're using it to still, heal, to reach people and everything, and to get the job done. So that's the most important part of it. I feel like I've been dancing for a very long time.
I must say you're very lucky, because not every child has the opportunity to just do dance as part of their work, because in our society now, you get to see where parents, in fact, the other time we discussed about I think we discussed about Gen Z and millennials.
Yes.
In our own time, I'm a millennial. You can see that most of our parents do not even want to hear that you want to do dance as a source of income or
as a profession, like a
career path for you. So I would just say you're very lucky, because for me, I cannot just go and tell my parents I want to go and dance. And I so much admire people who are bold enough to like do what they want to do. And even
I will not call it luck. It was with fight and tussle, actually. Coming from a space of you're the only girl, you're coming from a royal home, and you have to. The father being the head. So it was never possible. So I had to be rebellious for my passion and for what I love. And of course, your mother, no matter what happens, mothers are always there to say, my mom will open the door at 2 a.m. knowing that her daughter is coming back from a performance. She will even cook for me.
Wow.
So that's the support I'm talking about. And that's because she also had to trust. I had to make her trust that, look, Mom, this is the only thing I want to do, and I'm going to do it judiciously and do it right. So don't think I'm adding any other thing. So she saw the trust, and I also felt the trust as well. And that's why she was able to support me.
Wow,
but it was never an easy journey, though.
I can imagine. This is an amazing story, and I think I would just say a huge shout out to your mom. If she's watching, because
she's in heaven watching.
Heavenly shout out to your mom.
Yes.
And just to celebrate every parent who supports the aspirations and dreams of their child. Most times, for parents, for a lot of them, it's also from a point of fear. There's that fear of, I don't want my child to fail. I want my child to succeed. And I think this is the path that will lead this child to success. And so most times they let the fear, their fear, overcome that opportunity for them to see that their child wants to create or make his or her own path. And so most times they project the fear on you. And that is why a lot of times you see some, people say, I want to dance, I want to sing, especially those that are not seen as a conventional professions.
Exactly.
Most parents want to hear, I want to be a lawyer, a doctor, and an engineer, a nurse, architect, so those were the things they wanted. If you say you want to be an actor, they're looking like you want to be acting movie.
No shades to our parents, though. No shades to them. But I feel like at the time, during their period, it was what they were being trained to understand and to know.
Yes.
And for us millennials, we are daring, we are challenging, we want to try new things, we want to explore. But at the time, they felt like this is it. It has, if you're not a doctor, a lawyer, or an engineer, any other thing around whatever career choice or whatever, it is not valid. So with time, I can say with time, everything started to evolve. People started to get used to what we do. And for people like us who are really pushing the act, is also giving more parents to see the possibilities in it. Now parents can come and register their kids after school to come learn dance.
Yes. And thanks for even saying that, because I know you're the founder of the ADA studio.
Yes, sir.
And I wanted to ask, what do you do in your studio? And what sort of, so tell us about ADA Studio. Let me just
Yes, please. I love to talk about it.
Okay, we're here to listen.
Wanna see? Oh my. All right. So ADA is a space of arts. Yeah, it's a space of possibilities and so many extremities. It's a place where we use as a voice to reach our immediate community using dance, using circus. We do crowd engagement, and we do a lot of fun things, and we also use it as a point to reach the needy as well. Okay. So we also do different programs with IDP camps, different programs with like different NGOs as well, organizations, private, and all of that. Majorly to share love and hope. That's what we do.
That's amazing. And when you said IDP camps, for our audience and listeners, that's internally displaced persons.
Yes.
Because Nigeria and some countries in Africa, we have that the crisis of internally displaced persons.
Yes.
A lot of them were displaced either due to conflict crisis where they are originally from. Some were also due to environmental issues like the flood. But I think mostly for the major part of the IDPs in Nigeria, it was due to insecurity and conflicts and crisis in their regions. Yeah. So it's just nice to see that you're also reaching out, because a lot of time we forget that these people
group exist. Yeah.
And they are really they have major needs.
Yes.
Most times the camps are not properly provided. They're properly catered for. They don't have basic amenities.
Yes.
And most of them live through serious hardship.
Yes.
So when you mentioned that, I'm just like, this is just amazing.
Yeah. One of the programs we did for them, we take the news to them, we take the Cartoon Network to them, we take the music channel to them, we take the Nollywood to them. If you get what I mean.
I'm sure that really lifts up their
because that's an obvious. Most times that's the beauty of entertainment, right?
Yes.
That with entertainment, like I said, you can be going through hardship, but when you think about dance and music, it can help reduce the pain of the hardship. And I think this is really amazing, trying to help to help people manage some of their realities through entertainment as a medicine. Let's say entertainment is a medicine for them to do what they to deal with the hardship. And so it just got me thinking when you talked about dance and then you shared about your studio. I was just looking at my co-host. Do you guys dance?
I dance on my chair.
On your chair.
You're one of those. In your head, you've done like headstand flips, you have split,
the way
you have
I dance. What they call this? I'm a piano dance.
Busho, you have done a hard busho.
I dance that dance.
But by the time you stand up, your legs will find.
We know you. We see you. We hear you.
Andrea?
I dance sometimes. Yes,
which type? Scalable?
I do small amapiano, but this amapiano from the beginning of this year to the end, there are different dances. So by the time I finish, don't
worry. You guys only know amapiano. We're bringing virus. Have you heard of virus dance?
Oh God,
Lagos street dance. You don't know Lagos street dance? Mara, Mama Fuoni.
I'm feeling this one. I'm just doing like this.
You get what I mean? That's the spirit. The vibration.
On the chair. I'm almost like, I love to dance. So my problem is I'm shameless when it comes to dance. When I hear music,
shamelessness is part of it.
Yes, I will stand up even if I'm not getting it. I'll be dancing it. One time I was doing one dance. I said, is it Burna Boy that did this running one of his songs? I saw it perform. I'm like, I like this move. And then I was doing it, and then my brother was like, what are you doing? I said, I'm doing running. He said, I said, that's what you think in my head. That's what I'm doing.
Exactly.
So for me, that's what I'm doing.
As a man thinks.
Yes.
So what?
So shall it be. So when people tell me, do you dance? I'm like, oh yes, I dance. Are you a good dancer? I'm like, I believe I am.
Exactly.
In your own way.
In my own way. If you say I'm not a good dancer, that's your business.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't care if I'm not getting the moves well. But yeah, because that's the thing about dance. When I tell people, like, sometimes we're going through some tough periods, and I've started learning it. I can't remember where I heard it on one of these YouTube videos. Someone was like, sometimes they have like a really tough day. The person was sharing their story, and then they just go home. They just turn music. They will just dance and just dance, and then finish. They'll go and take a shower and sleep. And the following day, they will start their life. And I was like, this sounds interesting. So now I started doing that, and I can tell you that it's such a spirit uplifter, and for the moment, rather than most times people go through this, like I rather want to maybe take alcohol or wallow somewhere. I will just put on music on my phone, and then I remember one evening, I had like a really tough day. And I was just dancing, not coordinated dance, so just, anyhow. Moving. Then before I knew it, I was sweating. By the time I finished, my mood was better.
Yeah.
I went to bed and I forgot my wahala.
It's a blessing to us all. I always say this. It's a blessing. And God knows why he gave us dance.
Wow.
That's the myth that we all cannot understand.
Yeah, so you just said something. There's this quote. I need to remember this. So dance is a myth. What was that, your quote?
No, I said it's a myth that we do not understand. Yeah.
Dance is a myth that we do not understand. Please take note of this.
Quoted
Because when I quote
Adela,
you put in that.
2023.
Of course, but this is how people own quotes. All these great people we make references to. How do you think we make references to them?
Because it is endless and it is timeless.
It's timeless, yes.
So that's why you have to keep seeking it, keep finding it.
I know before we started, you mentioned that you went to an art school in China.
Yes, please.
And I also know you've danced in different parts of the world. So I wanted you to share with us what's been like your favorite experience dancing within Nigeria and outside Nigeria, and then maybe a bit about your art school in China.
Okay.
Do you speak a bit of their language?
Of course I do.
Oh, so you have to speak small here.
Okay la. Okay la. I already said one. Okay. Okay la.
Okay la is okay.
Okay la is like
don't know
okay.
this now.
Or how. Or how is like good. Yeah.
How?
How the.
Yeah.
How the.
Okay, la.
It's a tonal language.
Oh.
So maybe time will not permit us. But yes, if I want to pronounce Cynthia.
Yeah.
Cynthia, it's 4 tones. Cynthia. Oh. So that's why when they're talking, it's like you hear all the tones and going up and down. You ready? You get what I mean? Mm-hmm.
Oh, nice. We are learning new things. Yeah. So what has been your favorite experience?
Yes. I think there's so many favorite. In fact, every day in a holiday. So many favorite experiences.
Yeah.
But I think one of the moments for me was when I had just finished secondary school and Star Plus they were performing.
Oh,
so I was I was just seated. As a dancer, you always want to vibe. When you see other dancers on stage, you are happy because it's more like they're celebrating you.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I love their energy. I wish I was on stage with them. And at the time, we had I think the Minister of Education and every other person on the seats in the front row, like a lot of dignitaries. And my body was moving like you on the chair. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I stood up, I passed the bouncer, took off my shoes, I jumped on stage.
Really?
And it was a rave.
Wow.
I found myself doing a headstand and it was crazy.
Headstand, like
I'm
your head
telling
was on the
you,
ground.
on the floor. Everywhere was raving. And after that, guess what? Shife reached out to get my number. And in less than some months, I became their choreographer and we traveled and did a lot of things at the time before I went to school in China. So those are one of my favorite moments.
And Star Plus, I think for most of us who grew up in Nigeria around that period, Star Plus they were our heroes. It was like national anthem everywhere you go. So we were basically chilling with our
superstars. You get what I mean? Yeah. And another favorite moment that I had as well here was when we went to this IDP camp in Medjugorje with the kids.
Oh, nice.
It was my first time, and for me, it was such an amazing time, and it kind of just showed me more of the reasons why I'm dancing in the first place. It was so impactful, and to also see how, trust me, these kids in those IDP camps, we need more awareness for them, because it's amazing how fast they're picking up and so intelligent. Wow. Their intelligence is second to none, honestly. And for me, that was one of the most amazing moments, especially when we're leaving. It was pretty sad. Yeah, because at the time we were with Clowns Without Borders from Sweden. So it was quite an amazing experience. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
You see, when you were just talking, I was just imagining myself, you talk about the IDP camp in Maiduguri and the fact that the kids, because most times you see we were losing we're not investing enough in the younger generation, in actually the kids who are the most vulnerable during conflict and during insecurity and crisis, right? And just listening to you share your stories about the engagement with kids in the IDP camps in Maiduguri, I'm sure that was an experience for them, because now they are meeting you and your colleagues and your team, and then they are dancing, they're forgetting their sorrows, but also it also gives them a sense of belonging, like, hey, we may be going through this hardship, but we're part of the society, we're part of the community. And
they
I think
feel seen.
They feel seen. And if possible, a lot more inspired.
Yeah.
And from there, you could have people who realize that, oh, there's a lot more for me out here. I may be in the camp at this moment, but this is not the world. This is not where my life is ending. There's a lot more for me beyond there.
Exactly.
And that, I mean, you do that's an amazing work. And I hope you'd have a lot more support
Yes.
for engaging in IDP camps. Please, if you're having anyone anytime soon, please reach out to us. I'm sure. If we're available,
January, we're coming.
January.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Perfect. We could join you in one of those. And ladies, because we were talking about dance, and I was just wondering, why do you think dance is part of who we are as a people?
In Africa or in the
No,
world?
I'm more of Africa now. because I have to I said I want to focus a lot more on Africa, but why do you think dance is part of who we are?
There's this word that says we are because we have always been. I am because you are because I am. And I feel like this has always been from the jump. Our ancestors and everything. And just like I said earlier, it's about spirituality, it's about feeling, it's about celebration, it's about tears, it's about all of that. So it is part of what we are as a person, as a collective, as people. So it has always been part of us. So having to harness them from our ancestors or our forefathers up until now is something that we have continued to follow through. Yeah, if you're doing rituals, there's a particular movement. Don't forget when I said dance is movement. So there's a particular movement that they've been able to develop, around that. When it comes to celebration, there's a particular movement. I also come from a part of a masquerade part. That's where the pink masquerade name came from.
Okay, where is that part?
The pink masquerade. That's where the name came from. Because I also came from a masquerade part in Oyo.
Okay. Yes. You're from the Oyo Empire.
Yes.
Okay, let's not enter Oyo Empire talk now. But continue.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So like I said, so it's always been part of us.
Okay.
It's always been part of us.
Yeah, and so because one of the things I'm thinking around is increasingly there's a lot of division in the world. Even in Nigeria. I always tell people like after the general elections, the 2023 general elections in Nigeria, there was a lot more division. Relationships broke, in fact, on top of this election, right? But beyond just politically influenced division, we've also seen a lot of blame game or division amongst ethnic groups, even the fight between gender. Online, you see this gender wars happening online. But also within the continent, and I'm thinking, is there something we can learn from dance to promote that sense of social cohesion? Is there something we can learn from dance to promote unity, especially for the younger generation? And this is for everyone anyway.
Just like I said, dance is like a beautiful virus that just connects people.
Beautiful virus.
Yes, it is. That continues to connect us as a being. And if you check, if there's anything called unity or diversity, it's in our dance as well. And in the urban styles, you see how we have been able to infuse Atilogu, Bata, Jarawa, all those movements into the evolutions of what we then call the urban styles now. And how has that uniformed us? How has that brought us together? If you see me doing Galala, whether you're my brother or not, you recognize, you join in. And it's just that beautiful virus that just keeps connecting us and something that you can relate to. Our Shaku Shaku is trending. Now it is our Mara. Before it came, it was Shaku, it was Galala, it was Konto,
Which one is Konto? No, I hear this one.
So it's the evolution of our urban dances.
Yeah.
Just like so dance in itself is like a powerful tool that sends the information. Wherever you are, you see now, I'm unavailable, wherever you are. Even Oyibo, them know they see me. You get what I mean? Yeah. So that's already just unifies us and brings us together. And with this is also for us as the dancers, the intentionality of us also taking this into these different sectors, walks of life. That's also part of the ways we have been able to pass on these informations and to also connect people.
I think she has answered it really well. The sense of unity, like knowing that no matter where you're from, there's something that binds us together. We were all Nigerians, we're all we're all Africans. We share the same black skin and all of that. So that sense of unity is what we can learn from dance. Knowing that, if I see you dancing a combi, I'll know that, okay, you're from Calabar, you're from my country, and all of that. You join in and dance. Recently, I watched a video online of one guy doing an interview on the red carpet in the US, and he was actually interviewing an Igbo guy, and he did not know. I don't know if anybody has seen that.
I think I saw
so
that.
that was like, at that point, language was a unifying factor. And so we can also pick from that. Like, there are so many things that we can pick from, such as dance, to know that, okay, this is what unifies us. So no matter what happens during election or at the end of the day, we are one people.
Yes.
Yeah, so
and it's also very powerful for dance, because that's also, as an artist, whatever you are, but mostly in dance, is also like a major hideout for us. In the sense that as an artist, you cannot come and arrest me. It's where I can explore all my extremities, talk about political, socio-political activities, or whatever it is through my dance. All right? And one of the highlights for me, part of the questions you asked when we traveled out, was when we saw a lot of Black people in the room, and we presented a piece called Reincarnation by one of my mentors, Kudu Sonikeku, and there was a sense of power in the room. They felt like they felt so powerful. They felt so, what's that word when you empowered? No,
yeah,
exactly,
empowered.
Yeah, you know, it was a standing ovation to see a whole full Black team. It's not something you see regularly in Europe. A full Black team doing a production. Is that you see like 2 whites, 3 whites, or something, but all Black from Nigeria again, traveling the world with a dance piece. You know, so for me, that was power in itself. So this is also another way that it unifies us, and also you get what I mean. Back to your question, because they felt so powerful when they saw it, and they were like, oh yes, now they have some sense of hope and pride, because whether you like it or not, it's not your home. You're always you're a second citizen, if not fifth. You get what I mean?
With the trend of racism
exactly.
And all. Definitely. I think you've made like an amazing points, because each time when I see online, or even when we start quarreling or fighting with each other, oh, you're from this ethnic group, or you're from this tribe, or you're from this religion, and all of that, and I'm like, honestly, these are the things that make us beautiful, the diversity, right? And if we can enjoy music together, enjoy our dance together, then we should learn from it. These are the things that unify us, right?
Exactly.
And these are the things that is what makes us beautiful. Imagine if we just had one dance move from one place, and that is all we had. What makes it beautiful now is that if you go online, there are several dance moves and dance steps you can connect with. And
so it's safe to say, sorry to cut you, it's safe to say dance is a universal language.
It is a universal language, my sister. It is a universal language, and because it's a holiday season, and you know me, I used to tell people, like, I don't joke with Christmas. It's my favorite
fried
time
rice
of the
and
year.
chicken.
Yes,
favorite time.
So that's the time I get to rest. That's the time. So, ladies, what do you guys have planned for the holiday? what are you doing this holiday?
So basically, me, for this holiday, I'll be visiting more of the less privileged, because that's what my family do every Christmas. So so we visit them, not like one home.
Particular home.
No, like this week, this place, next week, this place. We go to church. I buy some clothes. I mix with the ones I've not used for like 1 year or so. I just make sure I dry clean them, take them to church. So that's like one of my rituals every year. This is my best season.
Wow, that's amazing, because I think and I think that's one of the values we're hoping we can promote in this holiday period. The spirit of giving and sharing and just communicating and communing with people. Andrea?
Yeah, so for me, I said earlier, I'm going to see my mommy. So yeah, I love Christmas, because it's a time where I get to spend with family, and not just my immediate family, my mom and my sisters, but also my cousins, my uncles. And usually this is when we usually have a lot of parties.
I can tell you like parties. The way you said that with joy.
I do. So yeah, and other than that, just like Quincy, what I said, I think it's also a thing for us to give. It's also a season for us to give. So we usually have stuff that we gather. My mom usually buys a lot of things for children. So we go to the village. Sometimes if you're not going, she goes all the time anyway. But if the rest of us are not going, she would go, and she would usually take things for children, especially in the village. And so yeah, looking forward to that. I might go with her this time, so
Okay.
it will be fun to see. The last time we went, we were giving to a lot of people, also women and all. And I really saw them dancing. One lady even wore a skirt my sister bought one time. She wore it like there and then. After they gave her, she wore it there. She was just dancing inside. Like, wow, it was such a joyful moment.
Oh, that's nice.
So yeah, that's one of my favorite things about Christmas.
Yeah, Adila.
Beautiful.
This holiday.
Yeah, this holiday. Fortunately, not unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I'll be on a stage near you,
Oh.
making you guys Christmas worth it.
Oh,
Sharing
wow.
We'll be
all
there,
that experience. You know what I
This is
mean?
season for artists.
Exactly.
Yes.
So there's no
I know,
holiday
right?
for us
There's no
actually.
holiday.
This is the work part where we get to be away from family sometimes.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? But above all, it's also very important to share love, to also give, no matter what it is. Start from your gate man, from your house help.
Exactly.
Start from your street, whatever it is. Just show some sort of love, even if it's not part of what you do. But for the sake of Christmas, it's very important.
Yeah, like how you said, like, to just do something. Because most times, when you meet people, like, oh, I'm not rich, so I can't give. I mean, like, giving, you don't need to be rich. Sometimes giving is as simple as even spending time with someone.
Yes.
That's still
That's
giving.
true.
Giving can be smiling at the next person you're seeing.
Yes.
It could be giving hugs. I love to give hugs. It could be giving a warm hug to someone. It could be saying something nice to someone. Like,
Yes.
oh, you look good. Or you look beautiful. Or, hi.
It doesn't have to be material.
It doesn't have to be material. Like, there's a lot more we need to think around giving. And that's because the world is going through a lot of, we have several challenges in the world. And even within our context here in Nigeria and Africa, there's a lot of people dealing with different levels of despair and disillusionment. Some people feel that sense of loneliness. And I think the holiday season, even though this is when we have the most fun and hang out with families, there are people who feel more lonely during the holiday season because they may not have anyone to spend their time with. So also reaching out to people before the year runs out. That person you've been wanting to call, this is the time to call that person. That text message you typed and you not sent. This is the time, not a violence text message. Love message. This is time to send the message. That important tweet or post on Instagram or TikTok that would make someone smile or give someone hope. This is the time to do that, because that's also about holiday. And because we're also rounding up this conversation. I know we started talking about dance and the beauty in dancing, but I wanted to quickly, I know Adila is planning something for the new year, the Colo workout. What is the Colo workout? When I first heard that, I'm like, Colo workout, this sounds like Chris.
We're not normal people, first off, in Nigeria. So, and the whole idea of fitness can be boring, fitness can be stressful, or it has to be the gym, or if it's not gym, then it's not fitness. So we came up with a program called Colo Workout. And when the name came, I was like, yes, that's it. It means crazy, it means fun, it means intense. Yes. So what we're trying to use that to do, because for me, I think for also what we do in ADA is to always give love, share hope, like I told you earlier. So we call it Project One Community, where we're also going to use these as a means to reach our immediate environment, where we're going to do free medical checkup, whatever you have, come give it to the less privileged from your home as you're coming for the class and everything. And the whole idea of this one, we call it Owambe. One of the most amazing DJ that I know, DJ Drexx, you get what I mean? Yes, it was in one of our editions. So you dress like you're going to a party, but you're coming to dance and sweat in a workout.
Sounds like my kind of party.
Yes, so that's where the lifestyle come in. So we're having it in January.
Yeah, okay,
Yes.
that's amazing.
Last week in January.
I love the idea already, and I would be getting ready to be part of it, because it's dance, but it's also workouts, and I will need to burn all the rubbish that we
Christmas,
picked
yes,
this Christmas, because I know the things I will eat. But ladies, we're rounding up the conversation, and if you were to give one holiday message, what would your message be?
I would say, please be generous this season. Look for someone to share anything with. It can be a smile, it can be your time, it can be anything, but just be generous and show love.
Yes, be generous and show love.
Okay, I would say, don't be a man or woman of war. Be a man or woman of love.
Yes, because love is important. And the beautiful Adila.
Merci beaucoup. I know the year has been very beautiful. Let me not say crazy for most of us. So don't forget to give love and also give that love to yourself.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
it's very
because,
important.
yes, I love the
it.
to yourself part. It begins with you,
Yeah.
because if you don't have love, if you don't know how to love yourself, it's going to be difficult to love others.
Right.
And for me, honestly, I don't think there's anything I want to even add to this amazing message. I'll just say for this holiday, try and find time to spend time with your loved ones. Like we already said, the season of love, so show as much love as possible. Learn to spend some time with yourself, rest. I'm looking forward to resting this holiday season. Rest, relax, and then look forward to the new year with as much hope as possible, because I do believe that where there is life, there is hope. So this is a period to keep hope alive and to never give up. Remember, you're not alone. And what from every one of us here, I think we can wish everyone a Merry Christmas. So from the Unamplified crew, we say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
everyone.
Yes, to everyone watching. And now to our audience and listeners, Quincy, what are we saying to them this time around?
Well, just tell us what we'll be doing this holiday season in our comment section.
Yes.
Don't forget to like, share, and to follow us on all our social media platforms at the Unamplified Podcast.
Yes. And we have people behind the scene. It's time to do our shout out to our crew behind the scene. Andrea.
Okay, shout out to our director, Hamilton
Yes,
Odems. Shout out to our producer, DJ Drexx, who's also going to be partying in January, right?
Yes.
Shout out to our cinematographer, Mr. Coker.
And then we have Sam of Folorusho, and we have Stephen Momoh, our creative team. Ayo is our social media strategist, and she also helps us with content. And the cool one, Chi, shout out to her, and to David Mkpume, shout out to David. And back to the studio, our amazing guest,
Yes, please.
Adila. It's been a beautiful experience with you, just listening to you talk. You have to teach me some dance moves after the show, because I need to upgrade.
You need
to. But it's really been lovely listening to you.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
looking forward to even bringing you back another episode. Looking forward to the Colo workout. I think it will be amazing. And just keep doing the good work you're doing. I wish you the best.
Merci.
Thank you for spending time with us today. And to our amazing co-hosts, thank you. Everyone. Yes,
Thank
remember,
you.
keep a date with us every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tune in. We have amazing, interesting content for you like never before. And you know how we end, ladies? Please, we have to cheers to Africa. When you're on, you're amplified.
Okay.
Yeah.